You guys know I have some beef with Saesee Tiin. I don't even know why, but there's just something about the way he's looking at me that I just don't really like. But Hot Toys, we've got 2 Star Wars releases from them to look at today. The first one's Saesee Tiin. Second one's going to be the TIE Fighter pilot. And Saesee Tiin, man, I've been waiting to talk about him for him to release, because you know what? Let's reminisce for a second. Let's go all the way back to my first short I made on him, like way back, or like around when I first started the channel. Let's see how good or bad my speaking, all that stuff was. So let's watch that real quick. Who is Hot Toys announcing now? And why does his yearbook photo look like this? Hot Toys just announced Saesee Tiin. No clue if that's how you pronounce it. I don't really remember this guy from the Clone Wars, but I think he was in episode 3. Oh yeah, this is a photo of him fighting Palpatine. This figure is going to come with your classics, a light up lightsaber, some Clone Wars armor, little mediocre rectangle base. Sure, he looks great aura farming with Kit Fisto right here, but I just think he's really disappointed that he was made. Look at that face. I talked about this guy in this week's episode of 6 scale stuff, and I spent so much money on Hot Toys this week that luckily I'm skipping this guy. But let me know what you think about him in the comments, and subscribe for more 6 scale content. Okay, yeah, that was a little bit rough. Hopefully my shorts and stuff nowadays are improving, but if any of you were following me, subscribed, or anything way back then, I appreciate it, because that was a rough watch. But then again, it's all because of Saesee Tiin. I swear, this dude right here, like his yearbook photo, I will give it to him. He improved it a little bit. Like, look at that. It's got that whole yearbook type look going on. He's sitting there. This guy's hand crossed. He's kind of looking up at the camera. I'll give it to him. He did improve how his yearbook photo looked, but I still got beef with some. But let's look at all these released blogger photos today now. Here he is in front of Kit Fisto. He does look kind of cool. I'll give it to him. He has like the big horns that kind of stick out. The thing with this figure though, they always, with like Jedi, luckily, if they're in the Clone Wars, they give us a Clone Wars type look for him, but only the animated version. So for him, he does get the Clone Wars look. We'll look at that a little bit later. But the 2D animated Clone Wars with the mask, man, that would have been so cool to get like a swap out head sculpt or something with some mask on. Hopefully, or maybe someone's going to do like some custom stuff for him and like make a custom mask, because that would be cool. I would love to see someone make like a custom mask for him. But right now, as it stands, he just gets the Clone Wars gauntlets. But he looks cool in the robes. Kit Fisto in the back. I mean, he was part of the crew that tried to take out Palpatine, and as you saw, did not go good for him like at all. But yeah, I do like the green of his lightsaber. Let's be real though, this is all photoshopped. It does not look this good on the Hot Toys light up sabers. The skin texture looks pretty good. His neck is like super wrinkly. He kind of reminds me of like a rhino, which might be the point, because he got like the horns coming out. He's got like that kind of rough looking, like grayish, kind of reddish orange to the skin. He's got that rhino look going on. But I do like how the eyes look, with kind of like that blue in the middle and then like red for the everything else that's usually white on like a human. But here he is without the robe, and his tunics, they're kind of basic. I mean, they're just brown, but I do like the little bit of undershirt sticking up with like a little bit of texture. Yeah, I guess I'm complimenting him too much though, because I still got beef with this dude. Luckily, I know I have Kit Fisto. You guys saw him on the channel, and then I pre-ordered Plo Koon. But Saesee Tiin, I don't have a Mace Windu yet, so maybe if I get a Mace Windu, I'd get Saesee Tiin for like the full Palpatine crew coming to take him out. But yeah, I think I need to skip him, man. Because the main saving grace for him is right here, though, the Clone Wars armor. You see the gauntlets, the hands. I mean, it even has like the symbol on it, but it's just hands. I'm a sucker for Clone Wars releases. So when I see this, I'm like, ooh, Clone Wars figure. But nah, it's not enough. You know, we need that mask. We need something like that. He's got the big bulbous back to his head, but Saesee Tiin, man, I really gotta skip this one, especially because I got so much beef with him. You guys saw the short, but the Clone Wars armor, like I said, it does add quite a bit. It's cool you can have it with the robes. I mean, that looks kind of cool here. This lighting is not doing him any favors though. Hopefully this isn't the lighting in his yearbook photo, because man, that's making him look very glossy right there with the horns and stuff. But yeah, I'm just a sucker whenever I see Clone Wars stuff like that. But Saesee Tiin, he's just not one I really care about. Like Kit Fisto, Plo Koon, they had pretty cool stories in Clone Wars, and just they're cool looking things. Him, I don't know, man. Like, look at that face. And then Saesee Tiin didn't really have a lot to do in Clone Wars. He was there in like the background here and there. I mean, the blogger did some awesome stuff with the photos to make us think he's a cool character. Like here he is in front of like some figures in the back. I think that's ARC Trooper. Is that Fies, or it's one of them back there. I think both of them. I'm trying to remember. I got them like right there in my collection. I've got, yeah, that one's, I can't see it, but I think that one's Fives. That one's Echo. Hopefully I'm getting that correct, but he's just jumping at one of the battle droids right here, looking cool. He's patty caking with Ahsoka. Hopefully that's not weird, but I don't know either that. Well, we'll just say they're arguing to be a little safe there. He's like, whoa, and she's like, bro, you gotta chill with that face right now. And then here he is with the older Anakin. A little interesting to see older Anakin released with the cape. And like I was saying, they should have given us a 2D type look with the mask. It would have been really cool. But this Anakin, I'm actually going to be swapping out like my version of him I do have this one, but he's going to be swapped out with the Ahsoka version because to me, the head sculpt and look overall is just better. It's more accurate to live action now since we're getting some live action Clone Wars stuff, which, ooh, sign me up. I want to see a lot more of that. But he did have like some swap out pieces. I mean, this isn't an Anakin video, but he had some swap out pieces that were cool. So when I get that figure in, we're going to do the comparisons. But that's just the older Anakin Clone Wars figure. He's knocking over some more droids, slashing another droid. Kind of cool. I really wonder how they did this. Look at that. You see that boot right there? Ooh, pleather. They love using pleather on Star Wars figures. It's so unfortunate. But yeah, another droid. And this is him with Mace Windu going to take out, you know, going for the whole crew to actually try to take out Palpatine. We are missing one though. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember who it was. Rest in peace, Kit Fisto though. Mace Windu, he got thrown out the window. Mace Windu out the window, you know? So rest in peace him. I know there's all the theories that he somehow survived. It'd be really interesting if they do something with that, but right now, rest in peace. All of them but Saesee Tiin. I don't know. There's something about him I don't like. Okay, Saesee Tiin, I know I just keep making jokes about him ever since that first short, but he, as a figure though, if you want him and you are completing like a full Star Wars prequel type thing, because prequels and Clone Wars are my thing, which is why he's a pretty cool looking figure, but definitely I could look for him like this Black Friday or something, because it's not one that I like desperately need for my collection, especially since I'm trying to lock in a little bit, although I'm still getting like way too many figures, but it's fine. Because yeah, the head looks pretty good. This is just the overall shot of everything he comes with. He gets the robes, he gets the Clone Wars look, which is the only reason I would really want him, to be honest. He gets the sabers, which that one looks interesting. I don't know why that one looks older and that one looks better. A bit interesting there. He gets the LED powered USB lightsaber. I mean, this is all Photoshop, so it's not going to look that good. Although I don't know why I guess that's a little misleading. They use it in product shots like, yeah, it'll look this good, but it never does. Then he gets a bunch of hands, only 3 Clone Wars hands, which is a bit unfortunate. So I guess not a bunch of hands. And then he gets the standard rectangular base. So one thing too, he doesn't get like the sticker, because Kit Fisto, or at least I don't see it right now, got the sticker for the base of the Jedi Council room. But then again, I guess I don't think he was on the Jedi Council. Was he? It's Saesee Tiin. They wouldn't let him on the council. At least I wouldn't. But now let's look at the TIE Fighter, because the TIE Fighter pilot, this is kind of a tempting one for me. I don't have it on order yet, but I wouldn't mind like one version of every trooper from like the original trilogy. And there's just something about TIE Fighter pilots that looks really cool. I wish I got that Lego helmet back when that one was coming out, but I didn't collect the Lego helmets yet. You can probably see behind me, see I got like a bunch of Lego stuff, mostly Star Wars. But I love collecting their helmets. I have like Darth Vader, Captain Rex, Commander Cody, stuff like that. And I kind of wish I got that one. But figure wise though, this one looks really cool. To me, they always look like they have really big heads because the helmet, and they have like the skinnier fabric outfit with just like a little bit of like armor right there with like the breather on the chest. And yeah, just looking at him right there in the cockpit, he looks pretty cool. I kind of wish he came with something cool like this, like to make it look like he was in the cockpit of the TIE Fighter, but maybe someone will do some custom stuff out there and make it look pretty cool, because I don't think Hot Toys, they make too many big custom, or not custom, but big 6-scale vehicles anymore. So I highly doubt they would ever give us a TIE Fighter, I swear. TIE Fighter, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. TIE Pilot and TIE Fighter. Maybe one day someone will give us one, but it looks cool. The face looks a bit smooth. I feel like there should be a little bit more detail in there, but then again, it does look accurate to the movies. He gets like 2 different blasters. He gets this one, which is like the basic Stormtrooper blaster, and then his unique one, which to me always looked like a drill, but it's not a drill. And here he is in the cockpit again. I do like the outfit, but it is just kind of basic fabric. Then again, you can see on the blogger photos, there's some dust already on him, so it's definitely going to be a dust collector, I guess, unless you put him in a proper case. But yeah, you can see right there that drill. I mean, it's not a drill, it's a blaster, but I always think it looks like a drill, which as a TIE Fighter pilot, it makes sense to me. It's kind of interesting. It's like, you know, they would work on their like TIE Fighter, I guess, you know, like some engineering type stuff. So it's pretty cool that it's actually like a type of drill type look. I'm talking too much about the blaster, But here's some other cool shots they had. They have him in front of two like shadow troopers. I can't tell if that one has a pauldron, but that one definitely has a pauldron. Looking pretty cool. Shadow troopers, man, I think they're waitlisted now on Sideshow, but it would have been cool to get one of those. But maybe in the future, I'm sure it's a trooper from the original trilogy. I'm sure they'll give us more in the future, but he looks so cool in front of him because he's also in a whole black look. But he definitely contrasts nicely with the stormtroopers. But see what I mean? The stormtroopers, their armor, their helmet really fits. But with TIE fighters, I always felt like they look a little goofy-ish just because they have the big helmet and chest armor, and then the rest of their body looks pretty skinny just because it's like a full fabric outfit. So I've always felt that way about them, but yeah, that's just how I look at them, just because the armor, they don't have big bulky armor pieces on. But then here he is talking to another person, and here he is getting scolded by Darth Vader. He's like, you let him go. And then he's like, bro, your choke does not work on me. You see how big this helmet is? You cannot get through that. But it's Vader, so he probably would. But yeah, here's the overall shot now. So screen accurate life support device. I mean, you know, with breathing tubes and stuff, pretty cool. Looks like they're going to be pliable. So if you move them around, they're not really going to snap off or anything. At least I really hope they don't. Didn't see any snapped off on the blogger photos. But then again, I feel like they wouldn't show that. The back piece looks like it's customizable. Let's see real quick. Yeah, so the back piece is missing here. I don't remember seeing too many shots of his backside. I mean, you can also see like the belt there. So usually you don't show the backside, but I guess it is pretty cool. You do get like a swap out piece, like you have detail or no detail, depending on your preference. The belt also looks like it's a little customizable. You can take those side pieces off, which I guess is interesting. He's got the pleather boots, most likely pleather belt, unfortunate. The arms, I do like that they're one piece, so it's going to be pretty seamless looking. Like, honestly, he's going to be really seamless looking because, yeah, the boots, I don't think, yeah, they're not like a split cut design. So, yeah, he's going to be pretty much seamless. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. I like how the hands are like that. And very, 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 very basic Star Wars base. Basically the same one Saesee Tiin gets, just with a different nameplate. So, yeah, let's talk about, if we have to, Saesee Tiin and the TIE Fighter pilot down in the comments. And yeah, until next time, stay 6 scale.